The average Westerner can retire at 50 if they purchase a property in West Africa. I'm not talking about a meager retirement either. I'm talking about a luxurious standard of living that includes golf, sailing, polo, and fine dining every night. For the record, I don't think this is something that is necessarily fair, and I understand why some West Africans are upset about this. But the way the exchange rates and cost of living are right now, there is an opportunity for Westerners to engage in a once-in-a-lifetime arbitrage. And here's the thing, despite some protests from native Africans who feel this is driving up their cost of living, the West African governments are actually encouraging this. So let's jump right into the numbers. Money goes much farther in West Africa, so if you have a pension or social security income of $2,000 a month, by living in West Africa, it will be like living on $10,000 a month. If you take an annual draw from your retirement annuities for $20,000, it'll be like getting $100,000 in West Africa. Sell your paid off house in America and relocate those funds to West Africa, and you'll never have to worry about money for the rest of your life. Have you ever seen those expensive clothing companies that take a normal t-shirt and slap a logo on it and charge 10 times as much? That's what it's like spending your money in the West, except oftentimes in the Western world, you're getting a worse experience but paying way more for it. In Ghana, we are selling our entry-level single-family houses for $125,000. These are smart homes with every amenity you can imagine, built to the highest international standards, and made from concrete, not plywood. Comparable houses in America sell for over $500,000, but to be frank, American houses can't compete at any level with what we build. But what about living day to day in West Africa? Food is about a fifth as expensive, so for the price of Taco Bell in the West, you get African fine dining. The highest rated golf courses that would be $100 a round in the West can be as low as $13 a round. A full-time housekeeper or cook is less than $500 a month instead of the $60,000 a year you would pay in the Western world. When considering West Africa, some people have concerns about healthcare, but if you go to a hospital or retirement home in America, there is a good chance that the medical professional you're dealing with will be from West Africa anyway. The reality is West African capital cities are rich, often having Western-trained medical professionals that cater to Westerners, so there's really nothing to worry about, and you won't be surprised with a six-figure bill from an American hospital that's owned by a Wall Street private equity firm. And remember I said that West African countries are encouraging Westerners to move to Africa? Ghana has a golden visa program where Westerners are fast-tracked to dual citizenship. Before I tell you how much this costs, let me put this in perspective. A golden visa to the European Union will cost around $800,000. If you want to save some money and go to Turkey, it'll be $400,000. The Caribbean countries also have golden visas, but they're $150,000. Ghana is less than $1,000. I've run these numbers for many of my clients, and while everyone's situation is different, we have found most of our Western clients have the financial capital necessary to retire in West Africa by age 50. These aren't multimillionaires, these are working professionals who are willing to take a 10-hour direct flight and learn they can escape the rat race of the Western world. I have no idea how long the exchange rate will favor Westerners. I don't know how long we'll be able to have new construction available for $125,000, but none of us are getting any younger, and you owe it to yourself to consider West Africa. But I want to know what you guys think. Is it a good thing that Africa is encouraging Westerners to move to their countries? Is this driving up the cost of living for native Africans too much? Or will the infusion of Western money end up benefiting the regular African? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if this video provided value to you, give me a like and a follow. That really helps out my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video, or maybe we'll be drinking cocktails at the Polo Club in Accra together. The first round will be on me. Take care.
Immediately no. Just no, abeg. Can somebody tell these people to remain in Europe? Stay in your precious Europe, please. Stay in you people's beautiful paradise garden Europe.
Yes, Europe is a garden. We have built a garden. Everything works. The rest of the world, most of the rest of the world is a jungle. And the jungle could invade the garden. And the gardeners should take care of it.
Not the inhabitants of the garden trying to evade the jungle. Stay in your garden, Bikonu. Stay in your garden, oh. Because this one na Wahala Pro Max. Now they won't carry record give us for here, so we don't want it. Because Europe done they collapse now, they want to run down here. You can't find safe haven in Africa. Shey before on a talk say gone, it's a dark continent. You boys to look down on it. Continue like that. Biko, walk. Continue like that. Leave us alone here in our dark continent. You people cannot come and take up space here and start increasing cost of living. He even said it in the video that, okay, the natives here are having an issue with this problem because it's going to increase cost of living. The gentrification of Africa, that's what we're seeing happening, and he's encouraging it. Like, he admits it that Africans don't want this. But does he care? No, he's going to push this to his people anyway so they can come down here. Because as always, it doesn't matter what we Africans think. It doesn't matter how the things that they do negatively affect us. All that matters is what they think and what they want. So of course, he doesn't care that Africans don't want any of this that he's talking about. We already know what it's like to live with you people. We have some of your people here in South Africa. And we are waiting for the day that they will decide to go and meet you people in Europe. But here you are encouraging more to come. Immediately, no. Like, I legit don't have any reason to think positive thoughts when I think about these people coming down here. The thought of this actually happening freaking scares me, man. I'm not even going to lie. This one not go benefit us. We know that nothing these people do actually benefits us. You see this one are part 2 gone we won't see. Colonization Pro Max. It won't end well for us. Like, can somebody explain to me why the same people who do not even want to share their own continents or countries with black people want to move to Africa? A land that is full of black people. These are the same people that used to talk about, go back to Africa. Now they want to come to Africa. No. 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 I swear, I think I'm going to be screaming no the entire video. That's how strongly I feel about this whole situation. No! Before you know it now, they'll be coming down in droves with their superiority complex, caucasity and entitlement. Then the next thing you know, you are hearing that they are starting white-only towns across the continent. Like they did in South Africa, Orania, they called it that their town. Starting up businesses where they can't treat African people like human beings. Just no. We have too many evidence gone. We have too many evidence, historical evidence, present day evidence that shows us that this is a bad idea. We should not let this happen. Africa is our home. And it's the only home we have. It's the home of black people globally. This is the only safe space we have. This is the only home we have that we know that even though the rest of the world treats us like, we can always come back home and find peace and live with our people in harmony. This is the only place the descendants of this continent have where they can come and just breathe and be themselves. So I refuse for these people to think they can come down here and take that away from us. That's the only thing we have left, our home. They're trying to come down here and run away from the retribution that is definitely going to befall them in that their Europe. Stay there and reap the consequences of your actions. I don't bloody care. Don't come down here. Before ending this video, I want to use this opportunity to employ our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to please come back home. This is the right time to come back home. Them folks are running away from them countries. It's sinking. It's a sinking ship. Let's not sink with them. So please, let's come back home. Let's invest in the continent. If I had my way on this continent for real, first of all, every single descendant of the continent that is in the diaspora would be entitled to a free plot of land. Then citizenship would come very easy for you. You would not even need visas to be coming to the continent whenever you want to. Ghana is doing a very good job in that department, especially with the citizenship part. I think Kenya as well, they are making good moves there in Kenya for our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to be able to come back and easily, start living on the continent if that's what they want to do. But this is something we're supposed to be doing across the continent, in my humble opinion. It's the least we can do really for our distant cousins, and it's not even hard. So when someone decides that they want to move back down to the continent, they pick a country and the government in that country would give them these things I have mentioned because the preparation would be made, right, for this to happen. It's very easy. If we get our ish together, this is something we can easily do. Of course, we can do better in the future, and I look forward to that happening. I need you, you need me, and Africa needs all of us because this is scrambling for Africa that we're seeing happening again in real time. We need to make sure that don't happen. Let us protect one another and protect our home. Europeans, stay in Europe. Stay there and enjoy your precious garden. You guys worked so hard to build this garden. Don't run away from it now.
Yes, Europe is a garden. We have built a garden. Everything works. The rest of the world, most of the rest of the world, is a jungle. And the jungle could invade the garden. And the gardeners should take care of it.